This is Bob Mason from FX Empire, and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, and the day's support, resistance, and pivot levels. It is Saturday, the 16th of January. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, looking at the hourly candlesticks, going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 36,981 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 39,461. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break back through to 39,000 levels. So barring an extended crypto rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 40,000 to pin Bitcoin back. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin test resistance at 42,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 42,182. A fallback through the pivot level would bring first major support level at 34,260 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should steer clear of the second major support level, sitting at 31,780. 23.6% fib at 33,008 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we've got a bullish cross this morning, supporting the early upside. On the EMA, we're also seeing the 50 move away marginally from the 100 and the 200, signaling further upside in the morning. So key through the early part of the day would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 36,981, break back through to 39,000 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, also bullish start this morning. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fall through the pivot at 1163 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 1261. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's high. It was at 1255.59. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 1300 to limit any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum test resistance at 1400 before any pullback. Second major resistance levels at 1354. A fall through the pivot level will bring the first major support level sitting at 1070 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid the second major support level sitting at 972. 23.6% fib at 1051 should limit any downside. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a narrowing of the bearish histograms and a possible bullish cross coming, so need to keep an eye on that through the morning, but that's supporting early upside. On the EMA, we're seeing the 50 move away marginally from the 100 and the 200, also supporting upside this morning. So key through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 1163 and break back through to 1200 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels are in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, also bullish start this morning. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid a fall through the pivot at 143.1 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 155.9. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from the 23.6% fib at 148 and back through to 150 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 155.3 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, could see Litecoin test resistance at 170 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 168.1. Fall through the pivot level would bring the first major support level sitting at 130.9 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should steer clear of the second major support level sitting at 118.1. The 38.2% fib at 125 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we got a bullish cross this morning, supporting this early morning upside. On the EMA, however, we're seeing the 50 just hold its ground against the 100 and the 200, so inconclusive there. So key through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 143.1, break back through the 23.6% fib at 148 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels are in play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, bullish start to the morning. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the pivot at 0.2819 to take a run at the first major resistance level, saying at 0.3019. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.30 levels. So barring extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 0.30323 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP take a run at the 23.6% fib at 0.3172 to test resistance at 0.32 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 0.3233. A fallback through the pivot would bring the first major support levels in 8.2606 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid the second major support levels at 8.2405. Looking at the MACD, we got a bullish cross this morning supporting the early upside. On the EMA, we're also seeing the 50 flatten against the 100 and the 200, but nothing conclusive for direction as yet, so keep an eye on that. So key through the early part of the morning, avoid a fallback through the pivot at 0.2819, break back through to 0.30 levels to take a run at the resistance levels. Failure to do that, and support levels will be in play.